Yo, so boys, me and Flynn are doing a podcast. We're going to be answering questions on business, fitness, mindset, relationships, whatever the case may be. So we're going to whip out a few questions right now and just get started. Actually, I'll ask you questions from here, then you ask me questions.
All right.
We'll play it like that. Okay, cool. Flynn, what's your best advice on being on the come up at 16 years old? Somebody asked that.
Someone asked that for me.
Just in general, yeah, I said ask.
Best advice for being on the come up is that you're not gonna fit in with everyone else. You gotta actually think about it. If you do what everyone else does, you're gonna get the same results that everyone gets. So if you go to school, then you go to college, then you just get a normal job and you know, go out on the weekends or watch TV like everyone else, you're just gonna get the exact same results that everyone's getting, right? Mm-hmm. So if you want a different life, you have to make your own path, whether that's, you know, starting a different business or, you know, focusing on different things. And then a lot of people too, once they go down that path, they complain about how lonely it is. It's supposed to be lonely. Like, it's supposed to be lonely. You're supposed to feel like you don't fit in, because that's literally what it is you don't fit in, and that's why you're getting different results than other people. But I'd say when you're on the come up, bro, you just gotta be focused. It's really just a focus game, right? If you just focus on one certain result for years and put in work every day, it's inevitable that you're gonna get there. Like, it's not even like a question. There's no chance you don't get there, right? You just gotta be doing the right type of work and doing as much work as possible.
Yeah, bro, that's awesome. There's a quote, I think it's by Earl Nightingale, and it pretty much says, the opposite of courage isn't cowardice, it's conformity. Everybody, especially when they're young, they want to fit in with the cool kids that are partying, drinking, smoking, and it's cool now. But once you focus on self-improvement and you lock in, you look back 3 years down the line, all those people are drug addicts, just finishing college, barely scraping by. Like, I feel like there's two ways to play it. When you're a young adult, you can either put all your effort and energy into improving and building your future life, or you can spend that time partying and then you look up when you're 35, 40 and think, shit, my biggest life accomplishment is I slept with this girl, I slept with that girl.
Yeah.
Then you don't have shit to build. So. And
people who are around me, bro, I have like some of my old best friends texting me now. Bro, like, I'm about to go off to college. Like, I just don't know what to do now. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I could film for you or, you know, get a job. Bro, and that's the thing is, they didn't realize when I was in school watching these YouTube videos, back at the time it was e-com and stuff, just learning or reading books at lunch, I knew that this was gonna come, right? And so that's why I took that year, leveled up to the point where I could drop out of school because I was making enough money. They were focused on not even partying, but just playing basketball, like normal shit that you wouldn't think is bad, just hanging out, playing basketball, like that type of stuff. But you gotta realize that it's taking focus away from what you should actually be focusing on, which is building a life so that it's not too late. Because now they all have to go to college, don't know what they're gonna do after college, probably just gonna get a normal job. And that's the truth. A lot of times you see people doing stuff, and if you don't think, okay, you know, I'm gonna miss out on it. I mean, you've seen me move out here. You've seen all these kids move out to Miami. If you're watching this, guaranteed. Bro, it comes to a point where you have to be like, okay, you know, the time is passing, I gotta jump on the wave and start some shit.
Yeah, bro. Now, this is going to sound very controversial on the same topic of sports. If you're a young adult, the stupidest thing you could do is put all your effort and energy into a high school sport. I had my brother, he used to do track and field, he'd do football, I'd see the basketball players, and I really didn't have a passion for sports at all. I'm not trying to kill your guys' hoop dreams, but if your plan isn't to make it to the NBA, you might as well put all your effort and energy into entrepreneurship, because you have a better shot at becoming a me than an NBA player. Me and Flynn were in the elevator. We meet some 7 foot tall dude. I'm like, you in the NBA, man? I was joking around. He's like, yeah. So we live an NBA lifestyle, but it's not a 0.00001% chance. Like I said, you guys are way more likely. If you put that same effort and energy into making money instead of seeing how fast you can run across a line, bro, you're going to create the life of your dreams. You know what I mean? But I always think of ROI. I'm like, yeah, some people are good at putting a basketball in a hoop, and that's what they do. Some people are, let's see who runs faster. Bro, we're not in fucking second grade anymore. You know what I mean? Like, let's focus on making money and building so that your mother can be retired and doesn't have to work anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I have a lot of people too in the same boat. Like, I posted one video, you know, going from 40 points a game to 40K a month, right? And everyone's like, bro, but you know, like I want to do the same, but I put all this time into basketball, into school. You guys got to realize too, you're not just losing that time. Like you learn lessons through that shit. But now it's time to go to the next level and actually something that's gonna matter. You know what I mean? Not just waste your high school years. There's countless people. I mean, I have plenty of friends who have spent their years in high school, go to college for basketball, and then they just don't do shit because they don't know what to do. That's all they know. Bro, if you're watching this and you're still in high school, put that effort and energy into self-improvement and then teaching others to do the same shit. Or at least building a business that makes you money. So by the time you're out of high school, you don't have to even stress about, you know, what you're gonna do.
Yeah, what a lot of people don't get too, I mean, to kind of go off of what I said and not just be a complete asshole, there are a lot of traits that you learn in sports that'll help you with business. You know what I mean? Like not giving up. Like I learned all of my business lessons through the gym. I was like, if I show up and do something every day, I'm gonna get results for the gym. Maybe basketball, it's like, performing under pressure, you know what I mean? You'd have times you're at a basketball game, people are talking shit, you still put up 40, you know what I mean? So like, there are a lot of lessons you learn, but if your goal, in my opinion, isn't to make it pro in sports, bro, do something more worthwhile. But I'm gonna get into a few more questions. Yeah, throw me one, it could be any of these, just pick a good one.
Who motivated you the most when it came to getting rich and really fit and disciplined?
Honestly, I didn't grow up around people that I necessarily wanted to be like. I grew up around people I did not want to be like at all. So like my biggest motivation was people around me, not because they were rich or successful, it's because they lived normal lives and they were enslaved. You know what I mean? Like I had people that would tell me in school, they're like, oh, these are the best times of your life. You're gonna miss this. You're gonna miss when you were young and a kid. Bro, I don't miss that shit at all. I don't miss doing worksheets behind a desk. I don't miss fucking raising my hand to use the restroom. You only miss it if that was the peak of your life. Most people peak in high school. I didn't peak in high school. So like looking back at it, school was the worst time of my life. High school was the most miserable time of my life. Not everybody can relate to that. But when you're on an upward trajectory of self-improvement, looking back at it, I'm like, fuck, I wake up in my 2-story penthouse and decide which $500,000 car to drive. I have no boss. Nobody tells me what to do. And I'm like, fuck, bro. So it was really just seeing people in the lives they lived. And I thought, if I have to live this existence for the rest of my life, I don't want to be alive. So that's my biggest motivation, I would say.
For me, it was just my future self, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I always had this vision. I want to be rich as fuck, jacked, all this. I knew my potential. And even now, bro, that's all I work towards is my potential. And that's all you should be working towards, because realistically, everyone has the same potential. You can make it happen. There's no reason why anyone watching this couldn't be in this penthouse, driving the same cars, you know what I mean? But they're not focused on it as much. That's why you were focused on that. I mean, even the Rolls Royce he just wrapped, bro, he showed me, you've been watching that same video for like 5 years?
Yeah, like 5 years.
Bro, that's crazy. But that means that his focus was on that Rolls Royce, white and black, the piano spec, bro, and it made it happen, because that's where your focus goes, the energy flows, you know what I mean? So if you're focused on one thing and you work every day towards it, you're just gonna get it.
Yeah, I think, who was it? Alex Hormozy calls it like you have to pay down your ignorance debt. So like people see you successful now at 17, but you've been hustling and involved in entrepreneurship technically since you were like super young. You know what I mean? Yeah. Same thing with me. When I was your age, now this is later than you started, I was reading a lot of self-development books and studying successful people. Yeah. So in terms of actual entrepreneurship, we're not really far ahead. We just got a head start. Like at 16, you got to think I'm 5 years into this game now. Yeah. Flynn, same thing with you. You're like at least 3 years into the game of entrepreneurship. So like he's saying, if you focus on just competing with yourself every single day, you're not looking at me, you're not looking at Flynn. You're just thinking, how can I beat my past self? It's 2025 now. How can I beat my 2024 self? If you have that same focus every single day and look at every waking day like a new life and every sleeping night like a retirement, then you're just going to get substantially better every single day, and you're going to look back at a certain point and not even recognize where you were at. You know what I mean?
And it's super quick. I mean, I've only been in Miami for 4 months. Yeah. If I look back on when I first came out here, not only was I not as good at speaking, I mean, I was more nervous around people. Like, there's so many different things that I've learned just in the past 4 months. You know what I mean? It happens super quickly. But the reason why is because I have no other thing to do but improve out here. You know what I mean? I don't have anywhere to go. I don't have friends to just hang out with and do nothing. Like, if that's my only thing, that's why I see so much progress in 4 months, because that's the only thing I do.
Yeah, yeah. And people may look at that and be like, oh, well, Flynn, isn't that a miserable life? And, you know, that's bad. You need to have friends and this, that. Some people are really built different.
Yeah.
Like, I used to go to, like, you know, loud ass restaurants and shit. And everybody's like, just bouncing around, bumping glasses. And I'm like, are these motherfuckers faking it, bro? Because I'm not getting what you're getting. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not enjoying this right now. Now, I'd still bounce around at first when I was younger because I wanted to fit in, you know, a little. I didn't want to be the one awkward, weird dude. But then I came to a point where I realized I'm not like these other people. I have a bigger purpose than bouncing around with a drink in my hand. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't necessarily enjoy the normal things everybody else does. I don't like hanging out. I don't like playing video games. I like conquering life. You know what I mean? Like, that's the most fulfilling thing is self-improvement. Now, like, there's temporary gratification. Hey, I want to get drunk right now. Hey, I want to smoke a blunt right now. Hey, I want to play video games right now. But the real measure of intelligence is being able to hold all those things back for an even greater reward in the future. So delayed gratification, that's going to be the biggest thing if you want to become successful, understanding that.
Bro, that's what people don't understand though, is like we do shit that we don't want to do too. You know what I mean? Like in the mornings, bro, I don't want to get up. I'm just like everyone else. You know, sometimes I'm like, fuck, I just want to stay in bed. I'm tired. You get up anyway and you go do what you have to do. Or sometimes we don't want to go to the gym. We go anyway and make it happen, right? It's not about wanting to do it. It's just about doing it anyway because you know that's what you're supposed to do. So the trick is, I mean, some people would look at, you know, only self-improvement and stuff, not doing anything fun and think it's miserable. But you gotta find joy and like enjoy just getting better. That's literally it. If you can enjoy getting better and self-improving, then you won't want to do anything else.
Yeah, and one thing that I feel like stops most people is the first advice you hear if you want to become successful is like wake up early, have a morning routine. Bro, I wake up at like 11, 12 p.m.
Yeah.
I need these people to understand, like, you don't need to fucking wake up early to become successful. Wake up on your own time frame. What matters the most is what you do with each waking hour. You know what I mean? Like right now we're filming a podcast. Before this, I was doing client testimonials. Before that, I was working on my funnels and systems. So like, people will call me lazy and say, oh, you know, you need to wake up early to be successful. No, bro. Like just put the most into every single hour, but it should be fun a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you shouldn't be living a life that you don't enjoy. Like I'm a big component of that. Most people think like, oh, you know, it's a grind and, you know, it's a process that's gonna come. Bro, working your normal 9-to-5 job, there's no millionaire outcome at the end of that. All I did was I kind of followed my passion. Yes, there's delayed gratification, but I was like, what is it I want to be doing? Right now, it's really not worksheets. It's really not going to college. You know, like what I wanted to do was fitness. Yeah. I was like, well, I do like working out. You know, I do give people fitness advice for free. There's a quote, and there's different takes on this, right? Some people say, hey, you know, you shouldn't follow your passion, do what makes you the most money. To some degree, I believe you should follow your passion. Like, imagine if you had all the money in the world right now. You have billions of dollars. Let's say you have 500 billion or Elon Musk. What would you do with your time? Think about that. What would you do with your time? And that's what you should be doing right now. It's not about having a lot of money because you can't do something. It's like, do that now. You feel me? Like,
bro, if you have to wake up every day and go in the mirror and actually motivate yourself like crazy just to have, you know, some energy to accomplish some things you need to do and get the work done, you should find something else to do. There's plenty of ways to make money and be successful. Find something that you're gonna enjoy and look forward to actually, you know, making happen. Especially, I mean, with us, it's posting on social media basically and motivating people, right? You get excited to motivate people and inspire people along the way. I mean, a lot of kids will come up and be like, bro, you inspired me to move to Miami, all this shit, right? I'm sure you think of that, and that's why, you know, you like and enjoy doing what you do. If you had to genuinely motivate yourself, like, I have to post, the content wouldn't even be as good. It wouldn't inspire people. So you got to find something that you do enjoy at the end of the day. But you can enjoy just making money too. That's another thing.
Yeah, you know, like some people have a winner mentality and some people have a loser mentality. I will have people that'll come up and you do too, like, man, you motivate me a lot. Now, some people, after you get to a certain level, they give up on the game. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that level was, you know, penthouses, $500,000 cars. I had a certain level where a lot more people liked me. Before I started showing anything financial and it was just fitness before and after, yes, I'd get people hating in that aspect. You don't have to be in shape. But like, I never realized the negative relationship people had with money until I saw Instagram comments under lifestyle posts. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like most people, I figured it out, Flynn. What it is most people feel like you're showing them something they can never have. So they've already subconsciously excluded themselves And they're like, oh, he's showing me something I can never have. Let me hate on him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The people that do believe they can do it as well, they'll go, hey man, you motivate me a lot. You inspire me a lot. How can I get like you? Something we've always had is we were both always curious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you came to me, I was going to other mentors. I'm like, how are you doing what you're doing? Like I just asked a lot of questions. I always say wisdom begins with curiosity. But if you can drop your ego a little bit and just learn, you know, and understand, okay, some people know more than me, not because they're better than me, because they just know more. And I'm gonna ask questions and see how I can get involved. Those are the people that end up successful. You know,
bro,
what I mean?
when I show the cars or even just Miami, or like when I show the lifestyle I'm living, people will get pissed off, but it's because they don't believe that they can have it, right? They have to fucking look in the mirror and they can have that shit, bro. But the fact that they don't believe it is why they're getting pissed off. If you believe, like exactly what you said, if you believe you can have it, it's just gonna motivate you. Bro, the number one caption you put is you either hate it or you're motivated.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's facts, yeah.
I actually got that from Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
But yeah, the man who believes he can and the man who believes he can't are both right. Now, like back on that Floyd Mayweather thing, in that video, he was showing his 12 Rolls Royces. He was like, this is my Rolls Royce Dawn, this is my Rolls Royce Phantom, this is the Phantom from before. Not one part of me saw that video and was like, there's starving kids, whatever. Why don't you go get rich and save them then? You know what I mean? Like a lot of people have their whole minds messed up. They're selling themselves on why it's better to be poor. No, bro. Like I need you to understand, like being poor isn't about money, it's about mindset. You know, like you can be broke and have a positive abundance mindset at the same time. Broke is a temporary condition, poor is a mindset. You know what I mean? So all these people who are poor in the comments are like, oh, you know, the money's the root to all evil, and you know, there's better things like God. Bro, you don't think we would have this great ass life if we didn't have a connection with God? I mean, people get me and Flynn confused. We don't do crypto. We don't do fucking OnlyFans. We don't do sports betting. All we do is preach self-improvement. If people hate on that, it's just a reflection of their own inner demons. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's all it really comes down to.
And people will say money's the root of all evil, but you go to your 9 to 5 every day to fucking make some money. You know what I mean? If money's the root of all evil, bro, go live on a beach in Thailand off fucking $5 a day. If you really hate money that much, then don't work for it all day. Like most people are so lazy, they'll go to work every day instead of just work a little outside of the box and build an actual business or a life that can, you know, generate them a lot of money. They'll just go to work every day and comply to what their boss tells them. That's how lazy most people are, bro.
That's funny.
So if you really hate money that much, bro, then why are you working every day for it? Ask yourself that.
I mean, all these people commenting that actually work harder for money than we do.
Literally, bro.
Have you seen my schedule? Like, you know, I'll be working on systems and stuff. I'm not being lazy, but like the most successful people have systems that work for them. We don't work for money at all. Now, like I don't even know, probably like 20 employees now. People will say like, you know, everybody has the same 24 hours. No, that's not true. If I have 20 people working under me, I have how many? 480?
Yeah, 480.
480 hours, you know? So all the most successful people, they don't have 24 hours in a day. They have however many hours they have in a day multiplied by the number of employees they have. So like working for money too, you can't trade time for money and get rich. And I wanna clear the whole money thing out of people's heads. Money is just a measure of the service you provide to the world. Remember that. Like if you make money in a bad way, it will not stay. Long-term money, service, the amount of service you provide will always be in direct correlation to the amount of money that you make. That's how I was taught.
And here's the thing is, a lot of people will look at things and think it's expensive and be scared to spend money because they trade their time for money, right? What we do is we trade our creativity for money, right? And the difference is you have a limit on how much time you have. You don't have a limit on how creative you can be. So when we see something that's 20,000 or 300,000, we think, okay, what offer can we provide that will get us there, right? Most people think, okay, you know, I have to work this long to make 300,000. No, what offer can I provide to get to 300,000? You know what I mean? That's the difference. And yeah, if you can just figure out some way to use your creativity where there's no cap on it, you're gonna get rich.
Yeah.
But you can't save yourself rich either.
Nah, facts. Let me see it. I'll ask you another question here. I'm gonna scroll down. So what's the best way you keep yourself humble and grateful to God?
Keep yourself humble? I don't even know.
So I'll answer that one. The best way to keep yourself humble and grateful to God is by self-improving. What did God tell all humans when he first created them? He said, be fruitful and multiply. You know what I mean? So like, I think you're either growing or dying, you're getting better or worse. The best way to show your gratitude to God is by being the best you. You know, because that's what God wants is expansion. God doesn't want you to hate under Instagram comments. God doesn't want you to work the same exact job over and over again endlessly. If you can show up every single day and get better and invent, create, and have ideas, you know, I feel like that's really what God wants.
You don't show you're grateful to God by sitting on the couch saying, oh God, I'm so thankful for my family. You show you're grateful to God by working hard and achieving things and making him proud. Because God will, I mean, if you were to create something and that thing would just do fucking nothing all day, you'd be pissed off like, why did I make this thing just to fucking do nothing? Just to enjoy what I've given him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you show, you know, I'm grateful, so I'm gonna make the most out of it, bro, God's gonna give you even more. He's gonna love you more, right? That's why some people are just favored by God. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But I've seen some Instagram comments, Flynn, and they're pretty much like, the man who suffers in this life will be rewarded times 1,000 in the next one. No, bro. Like, I'm sorry, no. Like, you need to live the greatest life right now. And I think of earth like heaven and hell. Heaven and hell can be on this earth. If you're in heaven, you're self-improving, you're helping people out, you're being of service, all the things that the Bible teaches. If you're of hell, you're in a state of envy, you're at a low vibration, you're not enjoying your reality. I think of heaven and hell like right here. So like Flynn is saying, like, if you sit there and go, God, I'm grateful, you know, this is that, and you don't do anything, you're not grateful for shit, bro. Like, if you're grateful, you get up off your ass and show you're something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. Like, you can't, bro, so many people will say they believe in God and they're grateful for life and stuff, but you just look at the life they have and it's like, then why aren't you doing anything with it?
Yeah.
Why aren't you trying to build a life, you know, for the people around you and stuff that they enjoy more? Like, honestly, I mean, saying that you suffer in this life to live a better life in the next life or whatever people say, I mean, there's some truth to it too, though, because you kind of do have to suffer or like put yourself through a lot of stuff to build a better life. You know what I mean? Whether it's in heaven or even in this life, like you said.
I truly believe that God blesses his servants. I really do believe that. I feel like if you follow the ways of the Bible, it's one of the books I study too. I always go to the Bible like a dictionary or an encyclopedia, and I'll just look up certain scenarios that happen in my life and quotes that relate to that. And I really do believe if you follow the Bible, you're going to live a very great and abundant life, you know, like in all areas, relationships, finance, mindset, everything you can think of. And if you're not living a great life right now, you need to open that goddamn book and study. You know, Vince, you cursed. Bro, cursing is like saying something with hate. You know what I mean?
People don't realize English wasn't even a language when the Bible was written. The word shit, like, it wasn't even a thing, bro.
I feel like cursing is saying something in terms to hurt somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like if I say shit, you know, like Flynn's saying, that's not.
Or it's in the word curse, like cursing somebody, like fuck you. It could be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But back to what you said about the Bible. So how would you say like, what's the shit? I forget what I was going to ask.
But actually, I want to go off of that, bro, because I thought about that cleaning lady you said was trying to curse you or whatever.
Yeah.
Yo, the funniest shit, bro, people actually ask me like, Vince, what do you think about Evil Eye? And I have a lot of people around me that don't want to see me win. Bro, Evil Eye doesn't fucking exist. What exists is your own self-belief.
Yeah.
If people are around you believing that you'll fail and you believe that them believing is going to make you fail, then you're going to fucking fail because you think you're going to fail.
Yeah.
I have so many people that want to see me lose and I'm like, I'm going to prove all those motherfuckers wrong. I don't care, bro. You could put 1,000 men in front of me and have them for 24 hours say, you're going to fail, you're a failure, Evil Eye, whatever the fuck. And I'm still going to get rich.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I don't believe that bullshit. If you believe in something, you give it power. You know what I mean? So like, you guys have to be very careful about adopting beliefs that don't produce any type of result or serve you at all. Most people are walking through life just saying shit to say it because their parents taught it to them and it's inherited beliefs.
Yeah, and I learned that when I was younger. We'd go camping and stuff, and some of my friends would like be like, bro, this place is haunted, and they'd stay up all night believing it was haunted, like not wanting to go to sleep because they thought there was like ghosts in their graveyard, all this stuff. You give it belief, or you give it power with your belief, right? Yeah. It's completely correlated. Like if I was just like, nah, that's whatever, went to sleep, you know what I mean? And there was nothing wrong, but they were so worried just because they believed that there was, some spirits or whatever.
Yeah.
But what happened with that cleaning lady is, some cleaning lady was trying to scam me and like tried cursing me, I guess in Spanish, but I was just like, what did she say? Like, I didn't even understand it, so I was.
And this was a lady who wasn't successful in life. Like, you have to think of it like this. There's two ways to go about life. Like, you can either play by the rules of success and you live a great life, or you can want the world to be how you think it should be and just fail.
Yeah.
Like, that's the reality of most people. Oh, the world isn't this and that. And even like people say, oh, girls nowadays, this, that. Bro, it's not the girls. It's not how the world works. It's fucking you. And if you can kill yourself, your beliefs, your mentality, your vices, your routines, you can create a version of you that effortlessly walks through life and gets everything they want. That's what I've always done.
Bro, when I was like 5 years old, I remember it so vividly. I would be playing in the street with my sister, right? And cars would drive by. And I remember my mom like kind of yelling at my dad, like, why aren't you like telling the cars to slow down in the neighborhood, whatever? And my dad was like, I could either yell at every single car that drives by, or I could just teach the kids to get out of the street. You know what I mean? And that's like anything. You could yell at the world and be mad at the world that it's, it's hard sometimes, things happen, or you could just become the best version that's able to deal with it all, right?
Yeah.
And maneuver properly through life.
Bro, have you ever been stuck in deep traffic and you just hear somebody 3 cars back?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Those are the lowest IQ people that possibly
Bro,
exist.
before I came here, I used to like honk, bro. And then Vince was the one who told me like, bro, we don't honk. Like, rich people don't honk. I was like, okay, yeah, we're not in a rush. And then now I never honk, bro.
Yeah, bro, I had
like, we'd rather be sitting there for 10 minutes just like without, and
bro,
not honk, you know what I mean?
A car could stop in front of me and there's no cars in front of it or around it. I'm not honking at that car, I'll just sit there. I don't need any problems. I had a friend, he's an Arab friend, and all of his uncles are worth like over $50 million. And he taught me the saying that millionaires don't honk.
Yeah.
Rich people aren't going around hating and starting problems in general. You know what I mean? But these people that sit in traffic and honk, bro, your horn isn't gonna make traffic disappear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, most people have this mentality of, fuck, it's just gonna disappear. But back to millionaires not honking, it's like, bro, you get to a certain point in life, you just don't need any problems. It's like, I take care of my own life. I pay my girlfriend's bills, my mom's bills. I take care of my clients. It's like, why the fuck do I need to honk? I'm chilling here, So yeah, that's the mentality. But let's get a few more in. Yeah. Hit me with something.
Money or relationship?
Bro, why not both? People say, oh, money or love. Bro, why not have both? You know what I mean? Like, it's not one or the other. And a lot of people have this mentality too that like, oh, once you get rich, you never know who's there for you and who's not because of this, that. Bro, like, if you have half a fucking brain, you're gonna know who's there with you for money or not. Yeah. You can't get fucking gold dug, bro. If a girl asks you for some shit, just say no.
Yeah, it's pretty simple, bro.
It's super simple. But what I feel like is a lot of dudes that are more on the nerdy side, that just get money and haven't done any self-development outside of that or seen how the world works, a lot of those dudes aren't able to say no. You know what I mean? Like, they think with their dick and emotions, and they're like, oh, let me spend all my money on you.
The difference is that we had girls before we had money. So it's nothing special.
I mean, pretty much, you know what I mean? But yeah, bro, if you're just a loser and you have no idea how the world works, you're gonna get used. You're gonna have to learn how to say no when you have money.
Well, and simple. The guy who asked money or relationship, I mean, they kind of help both. You know what I mean? Like, money's gonna help you with a better relationship. You can travel, all that stuff. Having a relationship will help you make more money as well. So yeah, you can have both.
What I really think, going off that same topic, if you can manage yourself, you can manage a business. If you can manage a business, you can sure as hell manage a relationship. Like, a business is so many relationships that you have to uphold. Like, think about it like this. I have sales dudes, I have some setters, I have some closers, I have a sales manager, I have the whole media side, I have editors, I have cameramen. All these people are relationships I have to uphold. I have to be a respectable person and have a harmonious relationship with these people for my business to function. You don't think I could do that with a girlfriend? It's like, when you get money, you're more likely to have a relationship because you understand how relationships work, because you have a business, So like, I look at it like that. But yeah. Another thing too, I see comments sometimes, bro, on my Instagram, and it's like, pretend like you went broke, you know what I mean, and see who stays. bro, I've been on a damn mattress. My girl just slept on the fucking mattress today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but the number one thing girls want isn't necessarily a bank balance amount. What they want is ambition, bro. If you're super ambitious and they can tell you're going somewhere, they want to be a part of that. Yeah. And if you're not, it's just unattractive. You know, like if you're a dude and you have a girlfriend and you're telling her, yo, I'm gonna give you a great life one day we're gonna move into a penthouse. These were all things that I told my girl. The only difference is I followed through on them. If you're just saying those things and your words start to not connect and you're not taking the action towards achieving those goals, like a lot of people say on purpose. You do something on purpose. If your purpose is to create a great life and you're doing something that doesn't align with that, that's not on purpose. If you're on purpose with your actions, then that's the most attractive thing you can do as a man, not only in relationships, but just in business, people trusting you in general.
Yeah.
Your word is really all you have, bro.
Well, and even like if you keep telling your girl that and you never follow through, she's just not gonna believe you. But it's the same shit with yourself. If you tell yourself, okay, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna start this business, I'm gonna start posting content, but you never do it, bro. Like you're gonna lose all your confidence. No wonder you guys don't have confidence. You tell yourself you're gonna do shit and never actually do it. You tell yourself you're gonna start the gym and bulk up. You never actually follow through with it. So of course you're not gonna trust yourself.
Or it's just like, think about it like this, bro. Every time you tell your girl, man, you know, one day we're gonna be rich, and she sends you those reels and you're like, this is gonna be us. And every time she sees you just fucking around on the couch and playing video games, bro, that sparkle in her eye just goes away. And eventually you're gonna wake up one day and there's a complete lack of respect for everything that you do because you don't do shit. And then that sparkle's gonna be for another man, bro. Do you want that to happen? I don't think so. But yeah, let's get into a few more questions. I wanna make a bunch of reels at it. How did you confess to your girlfriend? What does that mean? Like most people get this shit confused, bro.
What does
like,
that even mean, bro?
I think it's like, how'd you ask to be your girlfriend or whatever? But like a lot of dudes have these questions around girls, which, you know, when I was like 16, I probably had the same questions, but it's like, yo, how do I do this? How do I say that? It just comes down to the man you are. You know, if you're a G, you're gonna have success with anything. If you're not, you're gonna have little pickup lines and tricks and games. You don't need that shit, bro. Just be a G. Cause I am.
What?
Anyways. Let me see. How to stay organized, time management skills, etc. What would you answer to that?
I'm not even that organized, bro. Like I just get my shit done. You don't have to have a schedule that you stick to completely. Just get the shit you need to do done. It's that simple, bro. Yeah. But I don't procrastinate. If I have something that I need to do, I don't be like, okay, I'm gonna do it at the end of the day at this time slot. I just do it as soon as I can, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And everything that comes, it just stacks up and you just get it all done.
Bro, I've never used a fucking calendar in my life. You know why? Because I think on different days, there's different purposes that aren't even like dictated until that day. So like if I were to write everything down I needed to do and do it in order, and every time something new popped up, I'd put it at the bottom of the list, bro, I'd be a fucking failure. Yeah. So like you have to take mental note of all the things that you have to do, and you have to put those in chronological order of importance. That's really all I do. I'm like, okay, what's the list of things I need to do? I need to have this sales meeting. I need to onboard this guy. I need to go get a fucking oil change for my car. I'm probably gonna put the sales meeting first because that's income. I'll put the onboarding second and then go do my car after. Like, it's just chronological order of importance.
I mean, if they're asking to like actual, you know, how to get shit done and like accomplishments, what you could do is start with your main goal. Okay, you know, maybe you want to get to 10,000 a month. Okay, how do you do that? Sell a $2,000 product 5 times. Okay, so how many people you can set big goals and then have little plans to actually get there. That's one way you could do it for sure. And then if you have to break that down to like a daily thing, I mean, you know, post a reel every day, whatever it is.
Yeah. Let me see. What's your biggest fear when it comes to success, and how do you deal with it?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't really have fears, bro.
Exactly. So,
like at all.
Listen,
my biggest fear would probably be like my parents dying and I'm not able to like retire them.
Nah,
like
bro.
that's it. But I don't even fear that.
Bro. We don't have fears about success. The reason you guys have fears about becoming successful is because you're not vibrationally aligned with it. It's like, oh my God, I'm scared I'm gonna get rich and be able to buy a Lambo. Bro, what do you mean? Like, you're scared of it because you're not vibrationally aligned. If you get around more success, you go to the Lamborghini dealership, you sit in the car, you experience a little bit what it's like by practicing success, you're gonna start to not have those fears. But those fears will come at first. Like, you sit in a Lambo for the first time, you're like, oh my goodness, I don't want my shoes in it, what if I crash it? But eventually you're gonna get to a point where you're like, okay, this is actually achievable. This isn't scary anymore. And then by the time you have those things, it's just gonna be you, bro. You know, there's no fears around it. There's not any of that. Throw that shit out the window.
Yeah.
You know, like my biggest fear is fucking going broke in the IRS.
Yeah.
And I really don't even fear going broke. Like, it's,
because we know we'll make it work, whatever. Even if you get hit with a giant tax bill, you know you'll be able to make it happen. But it's people, like, I mean, back to that, getting familiar with it, bro. When I just bought the C8, it felt familiar. Like, yeah. I wasn't like, oh my gosh, my dreams came true. Like, I finally got this car. No, bro, I mean, it felt familiar. I see C8s everywhere. Like, it's a default skin out here, bro. Yeah. You know, I was sitting in the Phantom, like in the back of the Phantom. So when I got the C8, it's just like, and that's not like a bad thing either. Maybe it is because you don't experience the joy as much, but that's why I have it at 17. You know what I mean? So yeah, you just gotta get familiar with the life you want and like see yourself already living it before you can even have it.
Yeah, that's the best principle. You gotta kind of feel like, oh, this ain't shit. You have to feel like you deserve something to have it. You have to feel like you deserve getting paid a certain amount to make that income. You know what I mean? Like with anything. Yeah. I get to a point now, people are like, yo, what's it like driving, you know, like $500,000 cars? It's like a car, bro. I get in my car, which car do I want to drive? You know what I mean? Like the Ferrari, it's fast, but it's uncomfortable. The Phantom, it's a little bit more comfortable, but it's big. I can't go through traffic. It's like a damn car. Bro, what's it like at the new spot? Now, like when I first moved into this penthouse, bro, I used to stare at the view like, God damn. I don't want them to get that confused with not being grateful. It's just like, I deserve this. You know, I used to look at the view so much like, yo, those buildings over there, there's ocean. And now I just fucking walk past. I fucking go do what I need to do.
And that's what it is. That's why people have to realize too, if you're thinking like, okay, I wish like 20 million, I won the lottery. Bro, that'd ruin your life because you won't appreciate it all. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If you just got this shit, things get normal quickly, right? Yeah. If you get your dream car, it's gonna get normal pretty fast. So who are you besides the dream car? You know what I mean? You have to be someone who's gonna appreciate it and still like do the things they need to do. I mean, if you just got this without doing any work, you'd get used to it and then you'd just be the same person who sits on the couch doing nothing. Yeah. Most people, they think the end result is the most important thing. Like, I want this car, I want to live here, I want this following, whatever the case may be. And then you realize once you get there, the most important thing wasn't the end result, it was simply improvement. You know what I mean? Like, it's simply just getting better every single day that fulfills you. So you have to go through a certain level of self-development to understand that though. Like, you would think you get a big award, yes, you get a ribbon, you unwrap your car, and then it's like, okay, like, remember this, guys, you're either growing or dying. Like, stagnation is where depression comes in. If you're just stuck in the same spot, even if you're at like 100 million, you know why these big dudes like with hundreds of millions of dollars kill themselves? Because they stop improving. You gotta think, if those same dudes with that same net worth were rapidly increasing and growing, they wouldn't shoot themselves in the head. They wouldn't jump off a building. Yeah. They did that because they stopped and they felt like they reached a point they couldn't get back to. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like, the cure to depression in all areas of life, and no matter what level you're at, is progression. You have to be making progress. That's number one. So if you lost everything today, do you think you get it all back? Yeah. Yeah. 100%. Easily, bro, because it goes back to what we said. Because we just know what to do, like, that's the thing. We know what to do, we've built connections. It's not about what you have there, it's like... It's who you became in the process. Exactly. Sex before marriage, me personally, I couldn't do it. I could not do that. I think it's a good idea though, you know what I mean? Like on paper, you know, like if two people are both virgins. You know I thought you were saying that, yeah. If two people are both virgins, I believe sex before marriage is a great idea. Yeah. You know what I mean? But like, other than that, were you driven by motivation or discipline? It's a pretty simple question. I want to become financially independent. I'm training to be a web developer. Can you tell me how? A lot of people find a web developer and ask them. But nah, bro. Like a lot of people are like, yo, I want to be successful. I'm in this field. Can you tell me what to do? I'm like, you need to do this. No, but I'm doing web development right now. You don't want to be successful and you don't want my advice.
You know what I mean? Like the proper thing to do, the correct thing to do is usually something you don't want to do at first. Like, think about like building a business, right? You don't want to do all that hard shit first. You don't want to learn about systems and funnels and SOPs. It's like the most boring shit in the world, but that's usually what you need to do. So that thing on your head that you're thinking about, like, should I do it or not? Bro, do that thing. You know what I mean? You're going to make progress that way. But you have to speed run life, bro. Are you on the same shit I'm on? I'm like, yo, I got to speed run this shit.
But the easiest way to speed run it is to just find, you know, like someone who is where you want to be and just learn from them. Like, it's honestly the easiest way, like, by far. Like, a lot of people ask me about like other business models and stuff. I don't do that, bro. If you truly want to be a trader that bad and that's your passion, just find someone who knows how to trade and have them teach you.
Yeah.
Like, it's that simple, bro. That's what I did. That's what you did. Like,
Yeah, bro. And people get that confused, bro. There's such a negative dilemma around finding
it's like
mentors.
a cheat, bro. It's literally a cheat code to life.
Bro, there's just like I said, there's a negative dilemma around finding mentors and people who are already successful. There's a thing like, oh, you know, if you were successful, then you wouldn't teach people how. Yes, you would, bro. That's what everybody does.
Yeah.
That's what colleges do. The biggest institutions have you pay ridiculous amounts to learn basic information and to say you got a degree. But if you think about it, like in terms of actual physics, the more common something is, the less value it has. Nowadays, an Instagram following is more of a status symbol than a college degree. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you have a following, so many doors are opened up. I had my girl make this like poster and just send it to hotels. She's like, oh, give us free stays. We have views. Like, okay, yeah, we have this suite, we have that suite. It's like, you don't understand how many opportunities are open just by building a personal brand. I've had so many of the people I used to watch just DM me like, yo, bro, I fuck with your stuff. Yo, bro, I used to watch you a while back. What the hell?
Yeah.
And like everything just gets easier when you're known, you know?
Yeah, 100%. And if you still think a college degree is valuable, you got to understand this too. Every year it's more expensive and there's more out there. So it's less valuable and it costs more to get. Right, so if you're still thinking, you know, the plan is to just go to college and get a degree so you can show it and get some type of job that you don't even really like, you got to throw that out the window and fucking try and find something that you actually want to do that's gonna make you a lot of money.
And let them know, like, this shit ain't for everybody, bro. We're not talking to the average person that wants to get a 9-to-5 and just scrape by life. It's just this is not what we're talking about. If that's you, just leave the podcast, bro. You know what I mean? But like, we're talking to the people that want to be exceptional. Like, you want to be young and successful. You want to have a great life. Like, getting a normal job and going to college usually isn't going to be the route, bro.
If you want to be exceptional, it's in the word. You have to be an exception. So you have to do things that other people aren't doing, right? That's literally all it is if everyone's going down this path, maybe even if it's the right path, right? But everyone's going there. How can you be different and stand out if you're doing what everyone else is doing?
You got to think, bro. If you want to be outstanding, you have to stand out, bro. You can't be doing the same shit everybody else is doing. You can't go to college, get a degree, get a nice paying job. No, you have to literally go against the grain. And that's how you get exceptional or outstanding results.
Yeah.
That's it. You know what I mean? That's that'd be a dope ass duo reel. You know what I mean? Nah, that exceptional shit is a bar.
Last one?
Yeah. You can scroll through as many of those.
All right. Let's see. How to invest 1K on crypto, bro? Why you shouldn't be worried about investing 1K into crypto at all, bro.
Yeah, bro.
1K is not enough. I mean, even if it were to 1,000x and you become a millionaire now, bro, that's just like your life's basically fucking ruined. You didn't put any work in for it. You just got lucky. So now when any hardship comes your way, you don't know what you're gonna be doing, and you're probably gonna spend that $1 million if you were to get 1,000x pretty fucking quickly. You know what I mean? You probably have it spent already. I'm gonna get this car, this crib, whatever. Bro, learn a skill and become valuable and then give that to the world. And then you actually make more money, bro.
But bro, going off of that same 1K thing, bro, even making $1 million from 1K is a fucking hypothetical. You know what I mean? Like, these people hit me like, yo, how do I invest my 1K? How do I invest my 3K? I really believe before $100,000, every single dollar should go back into yourself. Now, this is Grant Cardone advice, but like, it should go back into your physique, looking good, getting fly, building your brand. Like, all that stuff is what before 100K should go into.
Yeah.
And then after that, you can focus on investments and stuff. Bro, really, I think I've had some mentors say, Vince, you need 2 million. 2 million, you start thinking about investments. Before that, bro, it's nothing.
Yeah.
People don't realize the scale of money you need to have to actually get a great return. I don't want to get 5% a year on fucking $1 million, bro. I don't. You know what I mean? It's like, there's better investments for that.
I actually had someone yesterday. I was posting some shit about the new car and stuff. They sent me a whole paragraph like, bro, but if you put that 80,000 into an investment, by the time you're 50 to 60, you know, you could be living off that investment for the rest of your life. Why the fuck would I wait till I'm 50 or 60 to start living my life? You know what I mean? That's operating in fear, bro. You can't operate like that. If you operate like, okay, I'm gonna spend all my money right now on this whip, I'm gonna just make it back, I guarantee you're gonna go farther. I mean, I hear a lot of people, or I've heard like the Tates even talk about like, bro, they bought their first whip and then a week later they didn't have money to put gas in it.
Yeah.
But at least they're experiencing that shit. You know what I mean? That's what life is about, is experiencing stuff, bro. If you're gonna wait, I mean, let's say you put your investments and you can't get it out till you're 60 and you die at 59. It was just a waste of time.
But this is very like middle class millionaire traditional advice of like, hey, you can become a millionaire when you're 50, like millionaire next door shit, bro. All those books are like, don't buy Rolls Royces and this, that. But these principles are really the difference between people who end up with $1 million at 60 and people that end up with $100 million at 60.
Yeah.
It's just completely different personality types. No part of me is frugal. No part of me is holding back at all. I'm all in, I'm on offense. A lot of you guys want to live an amazing life and you're playing defense. Bro, you're defending 3K. How do I safely invest my 3K? Bro, fuck that shit. Use that shit on offense. You know what I mean? Boom, spend it here. Boom, I'm gonna make more. Like, that's your mentality. And you have to do that for so many fucking years to actually become successful.
Look at Elon, bro. He sold PayPal for like 500 million. And then he put it all into another business and then another business. Like, he could have just kept it and lived for the rest of his life however he wanted. He put it all back into his businesses to the point where he didn't even have a crib. He was sleeping on the floor in the office.
Yeah.
When he was worth 500 million, he threw it back in. It's all offense, bro.
Yeah,
and that's why he's worth 400 billion now.
Yeah. Because, I mean, bro, successful people, back to that old question we have, successful people don't operate with fear, bro. We're not thinking, what if this investment fails? What if this, that? How do I invest and protect this? Bro, I've done the stupidest shit with money and had zero fear at all. Bro, I've bought in fucking $250,000 cars cash. I've put $250,000 car down on cars. This place, boom, fucking 50K here, boom, $250,000 there. It's not like I'm afraid of the fucking investment. Yeah. I'm telling you, there's really a mentality of you're like, it's not shit. Like, when you bought the Corvette, it's like, fucking it ain't shit. You know what I mean? It's not because we're fucking billionaires. It's because we have the mindset of like, dog, I'm gonna always multiply and get this shit back. You know, like.
Yeah. Based off fear, someone said, how do you get over the fear of losing your girlfriend?
If you fear you're gonna fucking lose your girlfriend, you're going to lose your girlfriend. Because she's gonna fucking sense that fear. My girlfriend's looking at me right now. She's gonna sense that fear and be like, this dude's a fucking bitch. You know what I mean? Like, if you're a girl and your boyfriend's telling you, I'm just so scared one day I'm gonna lose you and I'm so scared this, that, her pussy's gonna fucking dry up, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you need to fucking get on your shit and be a man. Yeah. It goes back to what I said. You gotta feel, oh yeah, this is my girl right here. Yeah, this my girl, this my life, this is what the fuck I do. That's your mentality, bro. You guys are moving with fear. What you fear, you attract. Whatever you focus on, you attract. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But yeah, bro, you shouldn't fear that shit, bro.
Let's see. What motivates you to get where you are now?
What motivated me or what motivates me?
What motivates you now, let's say?
Bro, like, people see me now and be like, oh, you made it and this, that, bro. I'm like fucking right here in the fucking trajectory of here that I want to be. You know what I mean? I'm fucking not even halfway to where I want to be. So like, I didn't make it. You know what I mean? I'm motivated by making it.